Coach, how we doing?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Good, good. If you're all set to go, we'll just open it right up for questions here. Just wait for some, man. We'll start with James Crepia from the Oregonian.
Well, Dana, just after, I guess, what's about a week and a half, 2 weeks of practice, just what have you seen from your guys in terms of in general at practice, but also trying to sort out, as is always the case in college basketball, new starting lineups, new rotations?
Yeah, the rotations in those lineups are going to be pretty hard to figure out. We got a lot of different combinations and not sure how they're all going to mix together, but the guys have been great. They've been easy to work with. As usual, we want things to move a little quicker than they're moving, but, the guys are, coming to practice. We're getting a lot of things done, but we have a long ways to go. We're going to scrimmage Kansas State this weekend, and that'll give us a little idea. They're a physical team, and physicality is one of the things I'm worried about. But it's a good group. I like them. I think they're working hard. I think they want to play together. So it's just a matter of making progress and staying with it. Real early. You said it. We're just a couple weeks into it, and less than 3 weeks, though, we got a game that we got to get ready for. So hopefully we can make some progress before then.
Hanson, the register guard.
Yeah, Dana, do you have an update on Dante and kind of what his status is heading into the season and how long before you get him back full speed?
Chris, we're not sure. He's working really hard. I love the effort that he's putting in with the trainers and weightlifting with Evan, trying to get himself ready. But I would, I'd say we're at least, a month, 6 weeks away from getting him, but that's just a guess. I think that a lot of it will depend on, his continued progress, but he has worked awfully hard. We have gotten through the 9-month period since his surgery. And so, now it's just a matter of him gradually working back to some kind of condition and some kind of comfort level. And, the doctors and the trainers and everybody, saying that he's ready. Dante, he's ready to go, but it will be a very conservative approach and making sure that he's ready to go.
At Preem 247 Sports.
Yeah, Dana, your thoughts on Quincy and Jacob and Devion's additions into the rotation and just how that practice has been and picking up the system.
You're always so fortunate when you get guys from, really good coaches, really good programs. And, those three guys, are used to going hard, used to working with a good coaching staff. And so they've really blended in pretty quickly. Jacob's really fast with the ball, really working hard, just got to cut down his turnovers just a little bit, but I don't want to take that edge away because I like the way he pushes the ball. Davion's been very consistent, bringing it every day, trying to make plays for guys, good shooter. Quincy has been good. He can rebound because he did get 8 rebounds a game for Syracuse. So I'd like to see that same type of production here. He's shooting it pretty well, but all three of the guys, really good guys, really easy to work with, really working hard. So they've done a great job so far, man.
James.
In the practice on Saturday, Dana, you were playing at times a little bit with Davion, with Will, and Will more off the ball there when they were paired together. Davion wasn't the primary point guard for Oklahoma. So just what do you see from him in that capacity? And I guess playing Will a little bit more off the ball at times. Obviously he played a true point on Saturday as well. but at times is that mainly because of just his 3-point prowess to kind of free him up there for some of those shots?
Well, that's some of it, James. Will shot 45% when Peyton was making shots for him. And, so, we need to get him more threes than we did a year ago. So you're correct there. I just don't know. It's too early to really get a feel, for what our best combinations are going to be and who's going to make the most opportunities for their teammates. We're really trying to just get through things right now and see how everything blends together. But I wouldn't be afraid at all to put the ball in Davion's hands for a while, bring Will back, Jacob. We got 3 guys there that are very capable of running the show. And we put all 3 of them there, trying to get everything on film and just, see what works out best. But fortunately in our system, we play guards. We don't necessarily have a point guard. There's been years where one guy's handled it a lot more, but you go back to some of our better teams, we had a number of guys handling the ball. And I think that puts the most pressure on defenses, where, if they've got a really good defender, you put somebody else handling the ball and get him off the ball a little bit. So there's some versatility there that we can use, with 3 guys that can play the point.
Zach Neal, Ducks Wire.
Coach, near the end of last season, we saw some real good production from Frank. I'm curious what you've seen from him this offseason and how you think his ceiling is going forward.
Well, Frank had kind of a tough offseason. He had sprained ankle and missed quite a bit of time, and which, I think slowed him down a little bit. But he's the same old Frank, coming with a lot of energy and working really hard every day. I think his skill level has improved. He's playing with a lot of confidence that last year gave him. So, I like the jump that he's made, but, there's still a lot of growth there that he needs to make, passing the ball, getting the ball to some open guys. But it's a work in progress, but man, he works. And because of that, his teammates love him because he plays with tremendous energy and he's all about the team. And our guys know that. That's a great quality when your whole team believes in you and knows that there's no individual goals driving you. It's what can I do for the team, and he knows that if the team's successful, he's successful. That'll pay off for him. But he's been great, and just got to continue to improve his skill level.
Chris.
Yeah, Dana, last year you lamented quite a bit about just the strangeness of the year because of the COVID restrictions and everything. And with those mostly gone now, what's the difference been like this fall for you guys practice wise and just being together as a team? And is it something that you can tangibly notice a difference between this year and last year?
Oh, absolutely, Chris. I mean, guys, I want them to have some fun, and so it's great to see them, going out for dinner after practice, or them having dates, whatever, and going back to their, apartment every night, being locked in there every night, then they come to practice. There seems to be a little more energy, and you see guys shooting around and they seem to be a little bit more up, and so yeah, the energy's, I think, better. The guys are having a little fun off the floor. They still don't like me yelling at them, but they're having fun all the other time. And so, I'm glad that, I hope it can get back to completely normal. We can have a great season, and guys just have some fun. I'm sure Chris Duarte had fun last night, but other than the 1-point loss, but I just want those guys to enjoy it that's a big part of college, and, I know they all have aspirations of going on and playing after here, but I want them to enjoy now, focus in on now, have some fun now, get better now, and quit looking ahead all the time. It'll get here quick enough. You just take care of business today, enjoy today, enjoy practice. Like I said, enjoy the scrimmage Saturday. We're going to go watch Bowl play tomorrow night. Hopefully he gets a few minutes with the Nuggets, and, and just enjoy it, and have a great experience at Oregon, and then worry about the future.
Matt.
Isaac took a 2-year mission. Where is he at, just from a standpoint of playing competitive basketball again, and just kind of what are the expectations you feel like for a guy that didn't get to train or play competitively for 2 years?
Well, we knew it was going to take some time, Matt. I think he's doing great. He gets frustrated a little bit because it's not going as quickly as he wants it to. But hey, I figured, you don't play competitively for 2 years and you don't get to the gym very often. It's going to take a toll. That's why we practice every day. That's why we encourage guys to get in the gym every day. So we knew it was going to take some time. I like the progress he's making. Isaac's really easy to work with. He wants to be a good player. Just tell him every day, just be patient. Just keep working. It'll all come together, but it's going to take time. And so, I think he'll be great. I think, it's going to take time. He's got to get stronger. He's got to get more physical. He and Nate both, I think they're, Kansas State's got 2 big inside guys that, are very physical, beat them up a little bit. Frank's been beating them up. So it just takes a while to get used to the physicality of college basketball, but they'll both make the adjustment. They'll both get stronger. They'll both get older, and that physicality will come. So, but no, to answer your question, it's just going to take time for Isaac. But, I really like working with him. I really think he's going to be a good player.
We have time for one more, so we'll go to James.
Dana, to speak to just the development of Will this offseason after, again, a terrific year last year, is how has he progressed? And I'll let you kind of be the all-time coach here for a moment. He's a rarity in that, I know you had Peyton a couple of years ago, but he's a rarity in this league, maybe in America, in that he's the 4-year player who stays with one program. And that's now become very not typical. So can you speak to just his development, but also the fact that he's been a pillar for you guys for 4 years, and that's actually a rarity these days?
Well, yeah, I think it is going to become rare. It has really changed. Basketball has changed over the last 10 years as far as guys moving around. And again, I'm one of those guys that believes that's okay. A young man's got a 4-year career, 5 with the pandemic, but he's got a 4-year career. And, you've got to be all in wherever you're at. You got to make it work. And to make it work at this level, you have to know you're at the right place. And so, we want guys that feel comfortable being here. And the fact that Will has stayed with us, is, you've seen how much he's meant to our team. And, he's being recognized all across the country as a guy that has a chance to have an outstanding year. And for him to have that outstanding year, he does have to become more consistent every day, every game, and be that type of player. But he is a very good basketball player. His instincts are good. He works at it. He was, I looked up this morning, he's in the gym, getting shots up, working on his game. So we got to keep him healthy, that's going to be a big thing, stay healthy. But man, he's got the potential to have a great year. And, he's been to 2 Sweet 16s, and, his sophomore year, we didn't get a chance to go anywhere, but freshman year, Sweet 16, 2 conference championships. I think he wants more. I think he is still hungry. And, the thing you worry about, Peyton and guys have been around, you just worry about them tuning the coaches out. You know, you've worked at this for so long, and just I know everything, coach, and so you just worry a little bit about them tuning you out. But as I told Will, as I told Peyton, those guys, every year's new. There's different requirements every year for you to be successful and for us to be successful, because every group dynamic is different. Every team's different. And so you have to adjust your role, adjust your game, to fit in with your teammates. So it isn't the same old, it isn't getting Chris Duarte and Eugene the ball this year. And, it's different. Every role's different. Every year's different. So, you keep reminding guys that every year you got to learn something new and change, and just as coaches do, players do. So, but I think Will's all in for that. He's been a great year. I'd be really surprised if he didn't, because of his work ethic, because of his diving ability. I expect him to have a great year. And I like working with Will. And he's been really, really good for us for 3 years, and I want him to finish him off right. I want him to have a great year. All righty.
We got.
Thanks later.
Thanks, Coach. We'll have Will Richardson and Davion Harmon. Not sure what order, but those will be the two.